Starting January 1st, the Lithuanian can swap their old currency litas in exchange for euros. It is the 19th country to join the currency union. And today, joining us in our studio for Big Talk on China is Ms. Lina from Lithuanian Embassy to China. Lina, welcome.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
First of all, apart from high inflation rates situations, why it took so long for Lithuania to adopt the euros?
Sure, it takes some time to prepare for it. Back in 2006, Lithuania was very close to the threshold of entering Eurozone. The timing was not the best for us because of the rising energy prices, the inflation went up, so we didn't meet the Maastricht criteria. Maastricht criteria, these are criteria for your country to be able to join Eurozone. Later on, we had some problems with budget deficit. And then I think about 2011, we already really met the criteria needed, but at the same time, you need to show sustainability. You need to prove that you are really good enough to join this club. And actually, we started to prepare for it step by step, and here we are today. So, okay, I don't know, 7 years or 6 years. It's I would say it's a normal period for country to prepare, because this is a huge project. This is a huge project for the country. So I would say we were doing quite well. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of joining this club. During my initial research about this whole currency change story, I've noticed that according to estimates released by the Lithuanian Central Bank, that the economic growth rate for 2014 is expected to be 2.9, which is a staggering number because compared to other parts of the European Union, the other countries are practically stagnant. A lot of Lithuanian media even say that joining the Eurozone Euro currency zone is more like joining the losing club. What do you think?
Okay, if Eurozone is a losing club, then who's the winning club? Name me the one. I'm sure that we can't name the club of countries, the richest countries in the world, a losing club. With all the difficulties Europe face, with all the difficulties Eurozone face, there is still, you definitely know, this is the #1 economy in the world. And you know that the European GDP is about 14 trillion euros. It's a huge economy. The Eurozone members' GDP consists about more than 70% of the total European Union percent. So this is a club of rich countries. Our economy is growing better than the average European economy. You're right, you mentioned that our economy, the GDP growth is 2.9, to my knowledge is 3.1, but that's not a big difference. But on the other hand, you can't expect Europe grow digital numbers. These are mature economies, while I'm not afraid to say, we are still young and vibrant economy. And on the other hand, yes, we really, the government did a lot in order to fight the crisis. We introduced very severe austerity measures. So we did a very good job to prepare, to kind of recover from the crisis. Once again, the Eurozone is not a losers club. The Eurozone is a club of the countries, as I say, the richest countries in the world. And when you become a member of the Union, perhaps we can take an example of the family, because we speak to the people, and for people maybe it's easier to understand. Then in every family you have kids and you love them, but you accept that sometimes your kids act not the way you want them to do. I don't know, someone makes, your son breaks a window, you need to pay for that. Another daughter at the same time was reading a book, she was nothing to do with that. But at the end of the day, family sits down, and what they do, they talk to each other, they say some maybe no to a bad guy, but then you need to settle down, you need to find a way out, and you do it. So the same with the Eurozone.
I see.
The Eurozone is finding way out, and that's the fact. It's going out of the crisis. And we are part of this family, so sometimes you need to accept how it is. But I mean, we are really proud to be the part of this family.
Okay, I'm curious, how are the Lithuanian people reacting towards this major currency change?
Positively, very positively. As I said, the decision of Lithuania to join Euro was made together with the decision to join European Union because it is in our accession agreement. So back in 2003, when we had the referendum whether to join the European Union or not, 91% of Lithuanians voted for joining European Union. We are a very pro-European European Union country. I think 2014, I don't remember which months, but last year there was again opinion poll about Lithuanians, what they do think about being a member of European Union, whether Lithuania is kind of happy of being part of it. So about 80% Lithuanians answered the question that according to their understanding, it's worth for Lithuania to be part of the European Union. So we are pro-European, and people were looking forward to have Euro. Of course, there were skeptics, and there are skeptics. But as the matter of fact, if to compare with other European countries, very often those countries who joined Euro, after some time, the positive segment of the population grew up very, very quickly. But before joining, there was usually much bigger segment of those who were kind of, well, we don't know whether it's worth to do or not. So in Lithuania, more than half of population was very positive about joining the Eurozone, even before joining the Eurozone. And Euro is nothing new for us. Frankly, it's nothing new because we are part of European Union. Our neighbors have Euro. So again, there was a survey done, about 70% of Lithuanians, a little bit less than that, they already used Euro in some transactions before 2015. So they know the country, the currency, and this is like, normal way towards what you are looking forward to achieve. And here is the day we achieve it. So Lithuanians are, and as well I want to mention that perhaps we gained of being the latecomers into the European Union because we have so many examples and practices to research and make our own decisions. So our government did a lot in order to explain to our population what does it mean entering Eurozone, how it will be after, how the situation will change their life. So the main thing, you are afraid if you don't know. And it's not only about Euro. It's you can use it everywhere in every sphere of your life. So what government did, they tried their best in order to inform people, and as well, I read in one of the articles that the survey was done asking Lithuanian people in the street whether they feel comfortable with it, whether they have enough knowledge about Euro, and 9 out of 10 people answered that yes, we know everything about Euro. I mean, I have a lot of knowledge about it. So people were comfortable; they were not afraid. And as well, there is a very good the example. The neighboring countries, Baltic countries like Latvia, Estonia, they did the same. Nothing wrong happened. The people are happy. Our neighbors are happy. Lithuanians go to Latvia or Estonia. They see that everything is okay. So why to be afraid? There is nothing to be afraid.
See, would this major move jack up the prices on consumer goods? Like, would things be more expensive?
That's the biggest fear actually people normally have. They always say now there will be, they recalculate prices and we will pay more. But once again, as I said, we had so many examples how other countries did, what wrong steps they did, what positive steps they did. So our government tried to take the best know-how from those countries, and I would say people now are much more relaxed because before joining the Eurozone, There was a very big campaign in Lithuania trying to work with businesses to explain them that they can't do it in an artificial way. Of course, prices can go up because of the objective reasons that, the natural resources are going down. There are many, many reasons why prices can go up, but not because of the timing and the, converting your prices from one kind of currency to another. I think the very good project was introduced in Lithuania that all companies, all businesses were asked to join or to sign some so-called goodwill memorandum, that they kind of they signed the memorandum and they said we are not going to increase prices in our business. Many Lithuanian companies did it. Then there are the awareness of society as well. There were projects introduced that society must take care of all these actions, whether the prices are not going up. And we have now again many movements that people join into different movements. They go to the shops. If they see something is wrong, they report and they call and they inform about this. So I don't think the prices will go, because as for today, they are the same. From July 1st, 2014, half a year before the introduction of litas, all our shops, everywhere, there was a law, kind of a decree of the government that they need to put two prices, both litas and euro. So while preparing for the euro, people prepared for the prices in euro as well. And it's very easy for you to compare, because if you go to buy your milk and bread and butter, and half a year you knew that the price is like 3 liters or nearly €1, so you must find the same today after the introduction of euro, and the prices in the shops are still in two currencies. So you see, if there is suddenly some changes, the euro goes up for the butter, then you ask why, and then you can as well call the special line and ask why it is so, why the prices go up.
So from the perspective of geopolitical security concern, joining the currency union is part of the defending Russian plan here?
Joining European Union, joining Eurozone, it means stability and security and economic well-being for our country. And as I said, I don't think that Europe and Eurozone is a losers' club. It never was and it never will be. Because Europeans are very good at learning, and especially learning from their own mistakes. So Eurozone is already recovering. Europe is recovering. With some geopolitical situation we have right now, especially in our region, Eastern European region, we learn our lessons even quicker, and we do our homework even better. Because we have no time to be losers, we have no time to be lazy. We understand that we need this integration. The situation which is happening right now in Europe, very unpleasant and very unhappy situation, it once again reminds our people that we need to work very hard in order to be the place where we wanted to be and where we are now. I think what's happening now in Europe with Russia and Ukraine decreased the Eurosceptics part in our population in a very big numbers, and that's good. People understand that if you want to be secure, if you want to be prosperous, you need to be part of this club, this family. And we will never let this iron curtain to separate us from this family. So that's why we're doing our lessons and homework, and we will do our homework, and we will have the best marks for it.
How do you think this major change will facilitate business negotiation with China? I mean, obviously, it would be a lot easier to do business with China because we will skip the whole. We have to change the money from RMB to euro, and from euro to litas.
Sure.
But apart from that, what else do you think can facilitate business cooperation with China?
With China and other countries, partners outside the European Union and in the European Union, I would say stability, predictability is perhaps the main words to use here. And what's very good is that even before joining the Eurozone, the credit rating agencies raised our credit ratings, and it was done not only because of the good economic performance, but because of the fact that Lithuania is going to join Euro very soon. So it shows that the country is a trusted partner for doing business, that the economy is doing well, and it is a trusted partner. So I think this is the main message for the investors. And then again, with the credit ratings going up, the borrowing price going down, so the money is becoming cheaper for the businesses in Lithuania. So if you have a partner in Lithuania, or you are doing your business in Lithuania, so you have cheaper money. Then again, in the long term, it's a very good tendencies for both Lithuanian companies. Again, now this maybe it's not the result of the euro, us joining the Eurozone, but with the falling euro, it's very good for exporters. So the export prices go down, and we are more competitive in the international market. So this is a very good message sent out into the wide world for the business people, that Lithuania is a stable, predictable, and secure place to do business, and that we are part, as I said, of this rich countries club more and more. With every step, like joining Eurozone, we are more integrated into the Europe, and that's a good message to send out.
See, I just read an article yesterday on Forbes Life. One of their article actually nominated Lithuania as the top 3 travel destinations in 2015. And do you think traveling to Lithuania can be also more expensive for travelers?
No, I don't think so. What we already talked about, the prices, whether the prices will go up or not. This is my absolute deep belief that the prices will not go up. And especially for tourists, because this is so comfortable. I don't know, the Chinese group lands, because Chinese never go to one country. Yeah, when they go to Europe, they do a tour. So I don't know, you land in Paris, you cash your euros, and then you spend some of them, take half of your cash to Berlin, buy something, keep some for Vilnius, and then, you don't care about, finding a bank, do some exchange, calculate the prices, okay, litas, what's litas, how much euros or dollars or RMB it is. So it's very easy to compare the prices as well. So if one beer in France or in Germany or in Lithuania, so it's much easier for people. They don't need to do this exchange, and it's very easy to compare. And you just feel more comfortable because you really don't need to think about where do I go, what I do with my left currency if I go home and there is something still in my pocket. So it's a very comfortable, much more comfortable situation for foreigners, especially from outside Europe, coming into Lithuania.
I see. Probably my last question here. A lot of people might be curious, including me, that how did this happen? Practically, did this happen overnight? Like you change the money overnight, or there is a transitional period of time for people to adjust?
There is a transitional period of time for people to adjust. People can put, they had this opportunity to go to the banks, to the post offices, to the cash machines, to put into their litas and receive euros. Still now, you can pay in litas in the shops everywhere, but they exchange you the
euros.
You receive euros.
Okay.
So I mean, there is a period of time when you can use both currencies. So people have enough time to, as I say, to exchange the litas into euros. I mean, there is no problem at all. I as well read a lot of articles every day, and I never heard the case that there's some problems that people, of course, there were long queues in the banks, in the post offices. People were queuing in order to exchange their savings, which they had in cash. But I mean, it's a normal process. It's not that there were some problems faced.
I see. How does the new money look like? I mean, will you like imprint your national symbols like the knight and the wolf on the note, or just on the coin, or what's going to be the new money look like?
So I'm sure you know that euros are in banknotes and coins. So euro banknotes are exactly the same everywhere. I mean, every country has the same euro banknotes. There is no difference. I mean, we do not have national euro banknotes. This is a little bit different story with the euro coins, because euro coins, as each coin has two sides. So euro coins has one, if I may say this way, union side, or
okay,
the common side with the European Union symbols on it, and another side of the coin is, let us call it national one, because every Eurozone member is preparing or I don't know how, making the coins. What do we do? We make coins, produce coins with the national symbol on this side. So Lithuania, of course, as well has our own national euro coins, and you were very right that we put something very important for the country on this one side of the coin. In our case, it is litas, which is a symbol of our coat of arms. It's a knight on the horse. And the decision how the euro coin, Lithuanian euro coin, will look like was made back in 2004. So we already
2004.
then knew how it will look like one day when we will have it. And I think this is a very, very nice idea to have this kind of, on one hand, you have, every time you take a euro coin, yes, you have a coin two sides, so you can always check which country it was produced and which country it represents. So the euro coin represents like two very nice sides, the union side and the national, the member country side. And they both are very beautiful, they both are very important, they both are with its history, and I think that's what does the euro means for us, being part of the Eurozone, first European Union, Eurozone, being part of the family, but at the same time keeping our identity, having our own history, and together looking for the even better and bright future, which is up to all of us.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us
You're
today,
welcome.
explaining the new euros in Lithuania, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.